unsure, come back to Calvary. Come to the altar. Come back to Jesus and place your faith in Him.
I can only imagine what it will be like when I walk by your side. I can only imagine what my eyes will see when your face is before me. I can only imagine.
that we will declare your word. And so I want to add to that the title of my message as we declare the word, stick with the gospel. That's what I want us to gravitate to as a surrounding theme and topic. Stick with the gospel. When you go out there to witness, stick with the gospel. And there are three things. This is a power pack. I don't mean from me, but in terms of the message, it's loaded. Loaded with stuff, loaded with wording, and loaded with verses. But I want to then talk you through the three things, summarize them so you understand where I'm going. In order to stick with the gospel, you must understand three things about the gospel. The gospel must be proclaimed, the gospel must be protected, and the gospel must be professed. I will flesh out those three things. Stick with the gospel because it must be proclaimed, it must be protected, and it must be professed. When I say that the gospel must be proclaimed, it must be proclaimed in these three ways. You could add more to it, but I got this from this verse, which I found very powerful. You must proclaim the gospel in power, in the Holy Ghost, and in assurance. Turn with me to 1 Thessalonians 1 and verse 5. The gospel must be proclaimed. But when you're proclaiming, when you're declaring the word as the choir sang, you must declare it, you must proclaim it in power, you must proclaim it in the Holy Ghost, and you must proclaim it in assurance. This is not me making up anything, this comes straight out of scripture. I didn't even have to make up this. It was just brilliant how Paul mentioned it. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 5. He says, for our gospel came not unto you in word only, meaning it didn't come to you just speech, just talking, but it came also in power, it came in the Holy Ghost, and it came in much assurance, as you know what manner of men we were among you for your sake. When we declare the word, when we speak it, when we share the word, when we go here to witness, we must declare the word, we must proclaim the gospel in power, in Holy Ghost, and in assurance. Let's flesh out those three things under this first point. When it says that you must proclaim the word, proclaim the gospel in power, that's the same word. You might get a little tied up here when you say this word, but it's the same Greek word that is dunamis, which means miraculous power, right? It is the same word that means miraculous power that you see in other verses. It is the power of God unto salvation with Romans 1 verse 16. And the word power here also means force. It also means might. And it means strength. When we go out and we witness and we're telling people about the gospel, we must declare it with power. There must be some force behind it. There must be some might. There must be some strength. We have something that is powerful. The gospel in itself has its own changing power. The gospel in itself has its own convicting power. So all we need to do is to let it out. Let the word fly. Let the gospel fly. Let the gospel do its thing. But we must declare it. Declare that you believe it. And it has its own power. It's the power of unto salvation. We're going to look at that in a moment, But understand that when we go out and we're telling people about the Lord Jesus Christ, when we go out and we're witnessing to people about getting saved, we must go with the understanding that there's power in what we're saying. There's power in the gospel. There's power in the gospel message. So proclaim it with power. But it's interesting that Paul says, also in the Holy Ghost. What does it mean? It means that when we go out, when we're talking, when we're witnessing, when we're evangelizing, whether at work, at school, at home, in a community, wherever you are overseas, when we speak of Christ and His mercy and salvation, when we explain the gospel, we dare not and do not do it in the flesh. We must proclaim it in the spirit. I dare not, and I think I said preach, I dare not prepare a message in the flesh. I kid you not, this is my 10th year here. This is my 10th year here. And every time I prepare a message, a Bible study, I dare not say, I got this. I dare without consulting God. I have to ask God, what do you want me to tell the people? So anything you get, you're taking because it comes from God and not me. So if I dare not prepare in the flesh, I dare not preach in the flesh either. You know, to prepare before we preach. I still want to make sure that I'm under the anointing of the Holy Spirit. But it's the same thing with every single believer here who goes out to tell people about the gospel. You proclaim it in the Spirit. That is why we have been saying, pray as we go out. Pray as we go. Pray before. We've been announcing what's going on. So you pray that God will prepare the people's hearts. So you pray that the Lord will speak to you. You dare not talk to somebody in the flesh. We talk to them through the anointing of the Holy Spirit. And the Spirit will give you words to say. The Spirit will tell you when to move on. The Spirit will tell you when to shake your hands and move on. The Spirit will tell you when to stay. The Spirit will tell you when to labor. The Spirit will tell you when to reason. The Spirit will tell you when to direct your thoughts. And the Spirit will tell you how to be precise. The Spirit will tell you when to lead somebody to the Lord. So this idea of evangelizing, talking about the gospel, it's not something to be taken lightly. You have to be anointed. You have to go under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Paul says, I didn't just talk words. I spoke in power, but I spoke in the Holy Ghost. Then, interestingly, he says also in assurance. That word assurance comes from a Greek word that means entire confidence. Entire confidence. People of God, if you name the name of Christ and if you believe or you trust Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, you must believe in what you're saying. If Jesus saved, and that's all you know, that's all you know. If you have to tell it in 10 different ways, Jesus saved, tell it in 10 different ways. Believe in what you believe in. Speak the gospel with assurance. In fact, he used the word much assurance, much confidence. That's why the word is described as entire confidence. When we go out there, don't allow people to tie you up about different ways to get to heaven. There is only one way, and it is splattered all over the Bible, in particular the New Testament. The one way is Jesus Christ. The one action we do is believe. The one action we do, if you want to use different words, is believe, faith, trust. Those are still the same idea. Putting your faith in Jesus Christ. Tell people that. And you must be convinced of it first before you go here. You can't go here confused enough. Let me just start the thing then. You can't go there about your shared gospel and not sure how to get saved. You can't go there and share gospel and your belief says speaking tongues save you. You can't go there and share gospel and your belief says baptism save you. You can't go there and share gospel. Oh, the game is low on the one day. Yeah. Baptism don't save you. You're going to keep hearing this here until it's on you. Until it gets okay you. Because salvation is from Jesus Christ. You must know what you believe. That is why I said I preach with much assurance, much confidence. If people come with an eloquence and they're trying to twist and turn and bring up all kind of sun, moon and stars and when earth is formed and who never make it and who make it, understand something. You don't join that kind of debate. The gospel said that Jesus Christ came in the flesh. He was crucified, he died, and he was buried, and he rose again. That is the gospel. Preach that with assurance. Believe in that, and let God do his work. We are not God, but we know God. Is he your Savior? Then preach about your Savior. So the gospel must be proclaimed in power, in the Holy Ghost, and in assurance. From this point on, prepare to spin your Bible leaves a bit. Because we're going to be looking at least 6 different passages. So the second thing you must understand as we stick with the gospel is that the gospel must be protected. I said to you firstly, the gospel must be proclaimed. The second thing is that the gospel must be protected. Protected. Why do we need to protect something that is already protected? In one sense, I want to clear that up before. The gospel has its own power. The gospel has its own convicting power. So therefore, in one sense, it will do what it needs to do, but we still have to protect it against something. So here are the things you need to protect it against. You need to protect the gospel. The gospel must be protected against perversion, corruption, and pollution. Perversion, corruption, and pollution. You see, because there are people out there who are speaking another gospel. There are people out there who are telling other things, other ways to heaven. There are people out there who don't even speak about Jesus, don't even speak about salvation. You're born and you die and that's it for some people. So that's when it gets perverted. So that's why we have to protect against these things. And so let's turn to some scriptures and see. First of all, Galatians 1, most of you will know it, but it's just a reminder. The gospel must be protected against perversion. Paul here, as you would know, wanted the Galatians, the church of Galatia, to make sure that they are not perverting the gospel. And he was so upset. In a later chapter, he actually said, "Oh, foolish Galatians was bewitched to," because he was upset. He preached the gospel to them, they got saved, and after Paul left, they were starting to think about other things and talk about other things. So Paul got really, he just jumped right at it. And in Galatians chapter 1, verse 6 to 9, he says, "I marvel, I am surprised that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel. Now you say you believe in Jesus. You know, I must confess that I understand exactly what Paul feels. As a pastor, you've been hearing me, but I'm about the gospel. You've been hearing me, and I've always talked about the one way. And boy, I tell you as a pastor, it really irks me. If after somebody would have come into the fold, accepted Jesus Christ as their personal Savior, and say, "Yes, Pastor," you hear the teacher and say, "Yes, Pastor," you believe in belief, you believe in faith, and you get saved. And then later, before you know it, this person gone and said, "I don't believe that anymore." I understand where Paul is, because here is what was happening. He taught them the way of grace and the way of faith, and they accepted it. And then Paul said, "I marvel that you are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Christ unto another gospel." And he said, "Which is not another." No, what Paul is doing at the same time, he said, "You have diverted to another gospel." Verse 7, first line is saying, "Which will not rate as another gospel." And that's what I'm saying. You have diverted to, in quotation, another gospel, which you say, will not rate as another gospel. Because there is no other gospel. There is only one thing that claims that, the gospel. And it's the gospel. Whenever we are describing what the gospel is, it only must mean one thing. It must speak of the death, burial, and the resurrection. It must speak of the crucifixion or the death. It must speak of Jesus Christ. It must speak of salvation. There are some things that must follow the gospel. Anything else that mentions that is not of the gospel. That is why I said there is no other gospel, which is not another. But there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Christ. So we must protect the gospel from perversion. But though we are an angel from heaven, Paul said, "If I or other apostles or an angel from heaven preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed." It was so important we have to say it again. As we said before, so say I know again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed. If Pastor might come up to you one Sunday and say, "Boy, I think I've changed the ways here and start to preach something else other than Christ," let me be accursed. May I talk to things there? If another deacon come up here and preach any other gospel about what to be saved apart from Jesus Christ, let them be accursed. We must defend this. We must proclaim this. We must protect this. Oh Lord. Let's move on. The gospel must be protected against corruption. Go to 2 Corinthians chapter 11. 2 Corinthians chapter 11. We start from verse 3. In fact, verse 2. Paul said, "For I am jealous over you with a godly jealousy." 2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. for I have exposed you to one husband. In other words, you get married to Jesus, or you're engaged to Jesus, you got saved. In other words, let me just put it clearly. Paul said when he uses this term, I have exposed you to one husband, meaning that Christ is your Savior. You are the bride, understand something that you are engaged to him, he's going to come back for you. I have, in other words, pointed you to one person for your salvation. But something went wrong, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled or tricked Eve through his subtlety, alright, moving on, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. Wow. You know, oftentimes, this is where simplicity. This is one of the reasons why some people don't get saved enough. It's too simple. We don't know, but it's simple. It's supposed to be simple. If it were complicated, then our God nothing complicated. What he wants us to do, he wants salvation, eternal life, and heaven to be so accessible that he says the simple way is to just believe. And then he's here saying these people are corrupting the simplicity of the gospel. Wait, listen to me now, never call the thing that I can know. Listen to me. Believe in the Lord. You might see it in the scriptures, but I want how I come. Stop telling people about every other way. Stop telling people about day. Some they can't save you either. Saturday can't save you either. Not eating pork can't save you. Eating pork can kill you. Some people don't get that one. Church membership can't save you. If you don't water and come up wet, can't save you. If all of those things would have saved you, the Lord Jesus Christ would not need to die on the cross. 1 John 1 speaks of the idea, and verse 7 that the blood of Jesus Christ cleanses us from all unrighteousness. Not water, not a day. It's about Jesus Christ. The simplicity of the gospel is what gets to some people. And I wish that people just open up to the simplicity of it. Some people, you know what, I'll just tell you this. Over the years I've been preaching. I've been preaching for over 20 years now. And you know one of the major comments people say, almost everywhere I go before I came here is a simple preacher. One preacher I remember said, I hope you don't get offended by that word. He said, no, anything that gets complicated, you must stop preaching. Because we don't want to come down and you understand me. Understand me? Me want to make sure that you understand. You have to talk on every level. So understand the gospel. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit which we have not received, or another gospel which you have not accepted, you might well bear with him. Don't put it up with foolishness, Paul said, because they preach another Jesus which is not another, they preach another gospel which is not another, and they preach about another spirit which is not another spirit. And he said, for I suppose I was not with behind the very chiefest apostles. In other words, I suppose some of you were thinking that I'm not as eloquent as these others and wise as others, because you don't want to accept what I'm saying. And I'm saying to all of us that we must not corrupt the gospel. Let me just add this, we must not complicate it either. The gospel is the gospel is the gospel, and that's what it is, the gospel. Stick with the gospel. Let's move on. So you must protect it against perversion and corruption, but you must protect it against pollution. Go to Jude, Titus, Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1 Peter, 2 Peter, alright? 3 John, Jude, and then Revelation. So Jude is just before Revelation. It has only one chapter, and so verse 3 to 5. Here is what Brother Jude said. Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the, look at that word again, common salvation. It's still mirroring the idea of simple salvation, you know. It was always meant to be simple. And don't be offended by the term common just before the word salvation. It is still very the same idea of being simple. The common salvation, but guess what it says, right? It was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you, teach you, encourage you, that you should earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints. The phrase earnestly contend for the faith is in one Greek word that speaks to the idea of fight diligently for it. Defend it. The common salvation. Die for it if needs be. But as far as we know, the Bible says there is no other way but to trust Jesus, believe in Him. He says, fight for it. Fight for it. Fight against pollution. Look at how they were polluting it now. Alright? He says in verse 4, for there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. He said that they were ordained to condemnation because they were perverting or corrupting the gospel. Ungodly men turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness. This means any kind of wickedness, any kind of wantonness, any kind of evil desire, and denying. Oh, I like the word that comes before the Lord. Denying the only Lord God and our Lord Jesus Christ. Fight for that. There is only one Lord. There cannot be another. There is only one Jesus. There cannot be another. There is only one God. There cannot be another. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one salvation, one way. That's a theme. We don't know how we get to them. If the theme is there. Verse 5 is where I stop. I will therefore put you in remembrance. And he's drawing an example going on. You're going to see the message at the end of the verse. Though ye once knew this, how that the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not. You get it? Unbelief is almost the worst sin. Here's why I say almost the worst sin. Because it's because of unbelief why people go to hell. It is because of belief why people go to heaven. And he says he saved them not because they saved them out of Egypt and then after destroyed them that believe not. He was always talking about belief and unbelief, you know. It always boils down to that. You know, people have said it this way. The Gospel of John, the Gospel of Mark, the Gospel of Luke. Some people have said it this way. The Gospel according to Matthew. I want to put it how it was supposed to go. The Gospel according to God. Because it is God who inspired them to write the Gospels, as we would have said it. It's the Gospel according to God. And the Gospel according to God is that whosoever believeth shall be saved. That is it. Go and protect that against pollution, corruption, and perversion. Then finally, as we stick with the Gospel must be professed, and I mean to be believed in. That's the idea of professed. Upon the profession of your faith, you have placed your faith. So you must be professed. And when you profess the gospel, when you believe in the gospel, when you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, three things and more. Just putting these three out there. There are more things that happen. But the gospel must be professed for conversion, for salvation, and for redemption. In other words, when you believe in the gospel, you'll be converted. You'll be saved and you'll be redeemed. There's nothing else. So let's turn to some portion. Let's go to Jesus himself. Said Mark chapter 1. Here is what Jesus says. I like how Jesus puts it. Said Mark chapter 1. I love it. Said Mark chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. Now, after that John was put in prison, Jesus came into Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom of God. Look at verse 15 and saying, the time is fulfilled and the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent ye and believe the what? Repent ye and believe the what? The gospel. Repent and believe the gospel. That is why I say it can only be one thing. Whatever that message is, which is what I've told you, you must repent and then you must believe. I don't want nobody to leave here. I wish I could believe for all of you. We don't want nobody to leave in your believing the other things, you know. We want you to leave in your believe the gospel. Because that's what Jesus said. Just repent, turn. Because the gospel, when you profess it, you're converted. You profess it for your conversion. But you also profess it for your salvation. Sister Clark read out this verse or quoted this verse, but let's go to it so you can see for yourself. Romans chapter 1, you know it, you know where I'm going, but read it out, quote it, whatever you want, just remember it and understand it. Romans chapter 1, verse 16 and 17. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power, the dunamis, the saving power of God unto salvation. It never said anything about baptism, tongues, and all the other stuff. It never said anything about church membership. It said the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. Tell people that. Listen to me. If you're here and you're unsaved, right where you are, we don't even need calling an altar call. You can believe what you just read and say, Lord, save me, and you're saved. If you go home and you lock up in your closet and you hide under your bed and you say, Lord, save me, you can be saved under your bed. You can be saved in your closet. You can be saved in jungle. You can be saved in Rima. You can be saved in Albion. You can be saved in the gutter. You can be saved in the palace. You can be saved in the streets. You can be saved in the wilderness. You can be saved anywhere when you call on His name, because it is the power of God unto salvation. Believe that. Believe that. Unto everyone that believe it. Sometimes I want to know what more than one. To the Jew first, and also to the Greek, which represents anybody else that's not a Jew. For therein is the righteousness of God revealed from faith to faith. As it is written, the just shall live by faith. The gospel must be first professed for conversion, for salvation, and redemption. Go to Ephesians chapter 1. One of my favorite passages about salvation and eternal security. Ephesians chapter 1. Let's start from the context of the salvation. Verse 12 of Ephesians chapter 1. That we should be to the praise of His glory. Who first baptized? Who first spoke in tongues? Who first went to church on Sunday? Who first went to church on Sunday? Trusted. It is the first and the last thing you would need to do. You don't need to do nothing more. Stop at first. We go first. I'm going to trust Jesus. I love it. So let's move on. In whom He also trusted. Come back again now. After that, you heard the word of truth. The gospel of what? Your salvation. In whom also after that you what? Talk it like you mean it. Believe. You were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise. I've been teaching like yourself. Listen to me. We just baptized 4 persons. I want you to understand because we know the religious culture out here now. We just baptized 4, but I want you to know something. If Jesus Christ came before baptism this morning, Jesus Christ came for His own. The 4 that will never get baptized will still be one of His own. Because this just said, that not like Jamaica now. After your trusting, you were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. They were sealed before baptism. I want you to understand, if you're here, you're sealed. It is not any water or anything else, or any church membership that brings your sealing. Oh Lord, I hope people getting this. Let me let me finish up here. Let me read from verse 13 to 14, because it now the song will read from verse 14 by itself. In whom also you trusted after that you heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that you believed, you are sealed the Holy Spirit of promise, which is, meaning the Holy Spirit is earnest. The word earnest, as you will know by now, is the down payment of our inheritance until the redemption of the purchased possession under the praise of his glory. The gospel must be professed for your redemption. He's coming back. Redemption means that you are bought at price. Listen, when Jesus Christ paid the price on the cross, he paid for every human being. When you trusted him, you have then been bought. He paid the price before you were born. When you are now born again, you have now been born. The Spirit just revealed it to me that way. Before you ever existed and Jesus died on the cross, he paid the price. But understand, when you are born again, now you're bought. And he's coming back for you. The seal of the Holy Spirit is upon you. He's coming back for his own. Brothers and sisters, if you have trusted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, understand that you cannot lose your salvation. He's coming back for you. But understand this also, by the fruits you shall know them. So therefore, we must continue in the living of the Word. Those of you who are not baptized, get baptized because it's a step of obedience to show the world that you are already saved. We are part of a fellowship because Hebrews says, do not forsake the assembling of yourselves as others do. So you do the things that are required of you because you are saved. If you're not doing them, I give you right to question the salvation. I give you the right to do that. And having questioned it, what is the answer? And if you're unsure, come back to Calvary. Come to the altar. Come back to Jesus and place your faith in him. Place, I use the word, your assurance, your entire confidence that if you do it the second time around with sincerity, understand that the Holy Spirit, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit hears you and he saves you and he keeps you and he will redeem you. My friends, stick with the gospel. The gospel according to God. Let us pray. Lord, help us. Help us to stick with the gospel. Both in sharing it, and then if there's somebody here that's not saved, they need to accept it. Lord, I pray that you will indeed let your Spirit minister to us now. And for those of us who are saved, help us to be so motivated to take that word with us, the gospel. We don't have to go to Bible college. We don't have to do online courses. We just need to believe the gospel and tell somebody about the gospel. I pray in the name of Jesus that believers here, saints everywhere, will be so convinced and so confident in what they know and believe in, that they will indeed emit that confidence to others. And if there's somebody here that's not saved, that they will give their lives over to you and trust you, believe in you, place their faith in you in the simplest way, but in the most sincere way. And it is your guarantee from many scriptures that they shall be saved. With the Spirit work, in Jesus' name I pray.